What's up, everyone? The next generation of Nintendo is here, and the Switch 2 lineup for 2026 looks absolutely insane. From epic RPGs to high-octane action, this list is packed with games that will make you want to pre-order your console immediately. Let's jump into the 15 most insane upcoming Switch 2 games that will blow your mind.
And a myriad of twists and trials.
Square Enix is bringing back one of its most beloved RPGs, but not just as a remake. This is a full reimagining of Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of the Forgotten Past. Instead of sticking with the HD 2D style we've seen in other recent revivals, the game introduces a handcrafted diorama aesthetic as if tiny miniatures have sprung to life on your screen. It feels warm, detailed, and incredibly nostalgic while still looking brand new. Gameplay has been refined with fresh systems. A moonlighting mechanic lets characters take on 2 vocations at once for powerful bonus effects. And the all-new Monster Master vocation allows players to summon creatures directly into battle. Quality of life improvements also modernize the adventure. Enemies are visible on the map, weaker foes can be auto-defeated, and the pacing of the story has been streamlined.
Dragon Quest VII Reimagined.
The legendary hack-and-slash franchise returns with Dynasty Warriors Origins, and it's being positioned as one of the most ambitious entries in the series. Already launched on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in 2025, this massive installment is now making its way to Nintendo Switch 2. Origins revisits the saga of the Three Kingdoms with a deeper, more narrative-driven approach, spanning the Yellow Turban Rebellion through the Battle of Chibi. But the real highlight is scale. This game pushes the franchise further than ever before, with the largest on-screen battles in Warriors history. Hundreds upon hundreds of soldiers clash simultaneously, creating enormous cinematic encounters. For Switch 2, it will arrive in a special game key card format instead of a traditional cartridge, and it will launch alongside a major DLC expansion that promises to extend the story and gameplay from day one.
To see this through.
Capcom is finally delivering Resident Evil Village Gold Edition as a native release on Switch 2, moving away from the cloud-based versions of the past. This is the complete package, the base game plus every expansion and bonus released so far. Included is Shadows of Rose, a chilling story-driven DLC where you step into the role of Rose Winters, alongside the Winters expansion that introduces a third-person camera option for the entire game. The Mercenaries mode gets a boost with new playable characters like Chris Redfield, Lady Dimitrescu, and Karl Heisenberg. And for Switch 2 players, the experience is fully offline and optimized for the hardware. What makes the date even more exciting is that this release will launch simultaneously with Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition and the brand new Resident Evil Requiem, making February 27, 2026 a landmark day for horror fans on Nintendo's platform.
Don't let anything happen to Rose.
I've got this!
From the creators of Little Nightmares comes Reanimal, a cinematic horror platformer that drips with atmosphere and unease. Tarsier Studios, in collaboration with THQ Nordic, crafts a haunting tale about 2 siblings searching for their missing friends in a world that blurs the line between nightmare and broken memory. The adventure unfolds across land and water, with players navigating environments that feel hostile, surreal, and claustrophobic. You can play solo, where AI controls the second sibling, or in local and online co-op, with a friend sharing the experience. A unique shared camera design keeps both characters in frame at all times, heightening the tension and creating moments of cinematic dread. Storytelling is deliberately minimalist, relying on the environment itself to whisper its secrets rather than long dialogue sequences.
I thought you were dead.
Nintendo Nintendo is bringing Yoshi back in an all-new side-scrolling adventure, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, designed exclusively for Switch 2. This whimsical platformer transports players inside a living encyclopedia where each page becomes its own world full of creatures, puzzles, and handcrafted beauty. Yoshi can collect and befriend these creatures, each with unique traits that help him traverse levels and solve environmental challenges. The art direction is striking, a stop-motion inspired style with painterly textures, pencil-like outlines, and animations that intentionally move at lower frame rates to feel like a handmade craft project come to life. This release is not just another Yoshi title, it's part of the grand 40th anniversary celebration of Super Mario Bros., making it a centerpiece of Nintendo's next-generation lineup.
Visual creatures residing within the book. A page-turning adventure awaits.
Mario's big 2D return arrives on next-gen hardware with a playful twist. Wonder reimagines classic side-scrolling with the Wonder Flower, a wild catalyst that turns levels into living cartoons. Pipes slither, enemy swarms flood the screen, and the rules bend until you snag a Wonder Seed or move on. A flexible badge system lets you tailor your abilities with action, boost, and expert options that can be toggled per stage. And the game's multiplayer covers couch co-op for up to 4 in a light online presence where spectral players can revive you in a pinch. Already a smash hit on Switch with record-breaking sales, the Switch 2 edition expands the package with a brand new world, Bellabel Park, built for co-op chaos and friendly competition, and teases appearances from the Koopalings. It's the definitive version of a modern 2D platforming classic, louder, weirder, and more communal than ever.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition adds other new content as well. Look forward to more on that in the future. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus Meetup in Bellabel Park launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
The world's greatest secret agent scampers onto Nintendo's stage with a side-scrolling action platformer that wears its TV roots proudly. Across 15 lively levels, you dash, sneak, and wisecrack through missions that keep the tone unmistakably Danger Mouse, mischievous, fast, and packed with slapstick. Co-op lets Penfold join the fray so the duo's banter powers the adventure as much as gadgets do. Expect set pieces with the Mark IV in all its forms. Drive it, dive it, fly it, and yes, tap dance your way through absurd scenarios that channel the show's cheeky spirit. Physical additions are planned, and while native Switch 2 specifics remain to be clarified, the package already promises a crowd-pleasing mix of playful combat, vehicle antics, and just enough toilet humor to earn a grin without going overboard. The King of Glorious Carnage returns with a new physics backbone and a simple mission statement more metal than ever deliver bigger crashes, deeper damage, and louder, crunchier racing mayhem. The overhauled ROMU engine simulates vehicle destruction with nasty fidelity. Panels shred, frames buckle, components fail, making every hit feel personal and expensive. Classic modes return with races, demolition derbies, online multiplayer, and local split screen for living room grudge matches. Right now, it's in early access on PC, with a full release targeted across PC, PS5, and Xbox by the end of March 2026. A Switch or Switch 2 version hasn't been confirmed yet, but given the original game's success on Nintendo hardware, eyes are definitely on a potential late surprise. Until then, strap in and bring spare bumpers.
Country life. We've also got Cardinal, the official ride for urban hillbillies and anyone who believes the bigger the car, the better the crash. So, try out the update, crash some cars, and tell us what's next.
LEGO's Caped Crusader steps out of the hub and into a living Gotham. An open-world playground that fuses Arkham-style mood with LEGO's grin-inducing chaos. Glide from gargoyles, grapple across skyline canyons, and tear through alleys in the Batmobile as a city of secrets and brick-built punchlines sprawls beneath you. The story charts Bruce's rise from League of Shadows training to becoming the Legend, stitching together formative relationships and a rogues gallery built for set-piece mischief. Combat is reworked for flow and flair, combos, stealth takedowns, detective beats, with a tougher Dark Knight mode for players who want to test their mettle. Play solo or in couch co-op, swap between allies like Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Catwoman, and visit Batmite's shop to expand your suit collection and upgrades.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by...
Welcome to a different kind of Pokémon adventure, where cozy creativity takes the lead and your avatar is a ditto passing as human. In Pokopia, you shape the land itself, terraform hills and lakes, harvest resources, craft furniture, and build dream dwellings to attract Pokémon who'll choose to visit or settle as your world blossoms. Moves become tools for creation. Coax greenery with Bulbasaur's leafage, irrigate fields with Squirtle's water gun, and fold elemental powers into farming and construction. A gentle day-night rhythm and weather cycles bring the place to life, turning small chores into scenic rituals. As your settlement grows, more Pokémon arrive, new blueprints unlock, and the map fills with cozy corners made for screenshots. Exclusively announced for Switch 2, Pokopia blends life sim comfort with Pokémon charm, inviting you to build a community as colorful and alive as the creatures who inhabit it.
No need to rush, though. Go at your own pace, and you'll have a wonderful space before you know it.
CD Projekt Red is stepping into a new era of the Witcher saga, and this time the spotlight shifts from Geralt to Ciri. The studio has confirmed this as the opening chapter of a brand new storyline, powered by Unreal Engine 5 and designed to push next-gen systems to their limits. A recent tech demo hinted at what's to come: dense forests, snowy peaks, and the port city of Valdrest in the rarely explored land of Kovir, a region only whispered about in earlier lore. While the demo wasn't real gameplay, it showcased the direction: systemic environments, lifelike NPC reactions, apples falling from trees as characters brushed past, even Ciri's horse Kelpie standing as a faithful companion. Gen 5 tech like nanite foliage, geometry streaming, and machine learning deformers promises an open world that breathes and reacts in ways we haven't seen before. A psychological survival horror with a sharp, surreal edge, Silly Polly Beast takes players on a descent through trauma and nightmares. The story begins with Polly, a young girl escaping a cruel orphanage, only to stumble into an underworld that mirrors her inner demons. It's a haunting, twisted landscape where survival means confronting fears as much as fighting foes. Gameplay blends side-view exploration with sudden shifts into top-down combat, forcing players to adapt to disorienting changes in perspective. The world is compact but oppressive, filled with grotesque enemies and cryptic encounters. There's no confirmation yet for a Nintendo release, but even as it stands, Silly Polly Beast promises a disturbing and unforgettable journey through the shadows of the mind. Wrapped in retro charm, Under the Island is a 2D action-adventure RPG that channels the feel of 90s classics while telling a story with modern heart. You play as Naya, a newcomer to Seashell Island, who alongside her companion, Avocado, uncovers a terrifying mystery. The island itself is sinking. Exploration takes you across diverse regions, from lush forests to cavern depths, battling monsters, solving puzzles, and piecing together why the land is collapsing. The pixel art visuals glow with nostalgia, designed to recall the golden days of handheld RPGs while adding modern fluidity. Combat, exploration, and puzzle solving intertwine to create a rhythm that feels both familiar and fresh. Song of the Prairie is a relaxing 3D farming and life sim that leans into magic, exploration, and cozy discovery. At its core, it gives players a wide, open farmland where crops grow in visible stages, responding to every action you take: watering, tilling, planting, with detailed feedback. But the farm isn't just ordinary. Giant vegetables and fantastical creatures fill the fields, magical animals with unique abilities that lend a hand in daily tasks. Beyond farming, you can build, decorate, and upgrade your homestead with hundreds of options, from fences and lamps to pavilions and functional structures. Exploration is seamless, with no loading screens breaking immersion as you wander through houses, fields, and villages.
Fruits and produce different types of fruit-flavored milk. The patterns on the cows change as you play the game. Witness how a small sheep grows up and transforms. Cultivate hybrid flowers.
Nintendo's flagship strategy RPG returns with Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, built exclusively for Switch 2 and steeped in lore and spectacle. The story centers on the Heroic Games, a grand gladiatorial tournament overseen by the enigmatic Divine Sovereign, who promises to grant any wish to its victors. Characters like Kai, Theodora, Dietrich, and Leda step into this deadly contest, with hints of continuity tying back to Fire Emblem. 3 houses, reinforced by the mysterious presence of Sothis in early trailers. Classic mechanics return with classes like Noble, Myrmidon, and Hunter, along with the reintroduction of weapon durability and crests. But new systems also redefine the battlefield. Blaze arts allow units to perform devastating actions at the cost of their own HP, while fresh classes like the Flying Orneus Rider and the powerful Charioteer expand tactical possibilities.
And now warm blood is served in a crude cup.
You think I'd let you deny me my feelings? I refuse to accept defeat. Not now!
For those who stand upon the final stage, I shall grant whatever wish you may desire. So say I, the Divine Sovereign, that I vow to you.